Hi guys, it's Mark from Mind Frontiers. I'm going to have a little talk today about life being a journey. I just sort the camera out there. There we go. So, what do I mean by life is a journey? Well, look at your life and see where you are, and look at the future and see where you're going to be, because we're always going to be somewhere. Is it going to be where we want to be, or is it just that we're just going with the flow and we're just living our lives by accident? I was living my life by accident. Let me tell you my journey so far. It hasn't finished and it's always going to continue. And as I say, we're always going to move forward. Where do you want to end up? So my journey, I got married, had a wonderful wife, lovely children, developed some illnesses, became depressed, split up with my wife, moved out, children moved away, became even more depressed, had more health issues, piled on the weight, got to over 18.5 stone, which I've subsequently lost, got diagnosed with diabetes, could hardly walk. Physically and mentally I was in a very, very bad place and didn't want to continue with my life. When I experienced the therapy that I now teach, and things began to change. It was then that I started looking at my life and thinking, well, okay, I can't change what's happened in my life. I can't change all the bad things that have happened in my life. What I can do is now work towards what I want in the future. And by organising what I want to work in the future, and where I want to be, I'm changing my journey. I'm not living my life by accident. So I'm not going to end up being on benefits for the rest of my life. I'm not going to be in a negative situation. I'm planning my life. I'm moving towards my life. Now there are ups and downs on this journey, as life is. Life happens, or as people call it, shit happens. But it's how you deal with it. Are you going to let it stop you, or are you going to just let it drive you? If you let it stop you, you will live your life by accident, and you'll end up somewhere. I don't know, working in McDonald's, for example, when you've got degrees or whatever. You'll always end up somewhere. But ask yourself, is this where you want to be? If it's not where you want to be, what are you going to do about it? It's then down to you to start taking some responsibility. I take responsibility. So if you split the responsibility down, responsibility, you've got to start taking responsibility for your own actions. And if you take responsibility for your own actions and plan where you want to be in the future, what you want your life to be, not what you don't want your life to be, because that's living your life by accident. Forget the negative side, accept what's happened, and then move on with your life by moving forward. And when you start moving forward with a plan as to what you want to be, even though there's going to be hiccups and there's going to be problems on the way, because that is life, everything's not perfect. So you plan your life and accept the things that happen. So you have choices. Do you want to live your life by accident now and not go anywhere apart from down in the dumps, because that's where you'll end up, because we're always moving forward? Or do you want to start planning your life and start taking action and responsibility for your own welfare and the welfare around you to move forward? And when you start moving forward, things in your life will start to change. I'll give you an example. So when we talk about anxiety, that's being fearful about things that are going to happen in the future. So a question that you can ask somebody that's being anxious, say they're going in for a job interview, and they always get anxious before they go to a job interview. So when are you going to start getting anxious towards this job interview? Are you going to look at your clock and say, well, my job interview is next Thursday, so I'm not going to worry about it today, but tomorrow I'm going to start to worry about it? Because when you start asking yourself these sort of questions, your brain starts going, what are you on about? You're now setting a time to start worrying. Well, that seems like stupidity to me. And then you're challenging how your brain thinks. Instead, think about what challenges you might face in the interview. So, what questions you might ask. Do some research for the job that you go into. And in that way, you become prepared. You lessen the anxiety. You have a plan to go forward, moving forward in your future. This is what I want to do. This is how I want to do it. These are the sort of things that they're going to ask me. So I'll research and I'll do what I can to do the interview. You'll do the interview better. You can't do the outcome because that's based on other people. But you're still moving forward. And if that fails, then you can always do another one and another one. And each time you've had a learning experience as to what didn't work, what was effective, what was non-effective. So if you think, well, this wasn't effective, so therefore, what can I do differently this next time? You're changing your plan and you're changing your future. And if you can change your future to a more positive future, you'll end up where you want to be and not living your life by accident. I hope you found this useful, guys. Please like and subscribe to my Facebook channel, my Twitter channel, and my YouTube channel. Please like and share and follow my page, and let's get the message out to try and help as many people as possible. And good luck with the future, guys. Plan it out where you want to go. Stop living your life by accident, and let's take responsibility for ourselves.